Russ is the cringiest player the NFL has ever seen.
Rodrigo. His name's Mr. Unlimited.
It's so bad for dude, he continuously get trolled by other players in the league.
Hey, Seattle, we got a deal.
Hey, Seattle, we got a deal.
Go Hawks.
He gets a bad rep, whether it's for his corny role. He get trolled by other players in the league.
Hey,
It's literally his fucking teammate. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Russ has pissed me off too. But like, what we're doing is insane, bro. Like niggas don't fuck with Russ and I don't get it. And I hope this video doesn't explain why. But who's that nigga on Thursday night? Woodruff. Woodruff was like, no. It was Tony G. It was fucking Tony G. Tony G said he's playing himself out of the Hall of Fame. Stop it. You're bugging.
Starting from the beginning, in the 2012 offseason, the Seahawks were in need of a QB bad. After years of swifting through different players back there, they decided to take their chances by signing veteran free agent Matt Flynn.
Matt Flynn trades in being the backup for a starting job on the West Coast.
To a lucrative 3-year, $26 million contract, Flynn was expected to be the team's new starter. However, the Seahawks weren't quite done yet. April 27, 2012, the Seahawks made a bold and controversial move by selecting Russell Wilson in the 3rd round of the draft. At 5'11", Russell's controversial move by selecting Russell Wilson in the 3rd round of the
What do you think this lady had though? And we can't hear all we want. That nigga back here and we ain't seen her. So that nigga thought she got a bag. She thought she would have won something. Man, what can I even say, bro? Like, look at that. Like, look at that, bro. She's bugging. She's bugging. Oh, look at this nigga, bro. Like, how is she even? I would try to recreate this book. But I even do. Like this is something like you can't be him. You can't be him. Because we don't know watching. This is all time stuff. Yeah. Look at this nigga. Unbelievable, bro. I'm a pro.
the draft. At 5'11", Russell's coming
I
up.
was doing from the start, is what I'm saying. I was fucking doing from the start. Russ actually doing anything in this. Russ doing anything in this league is a fucking time. And that's literally his first second.
He came up to me after a rookie minicamp. Goes, Russ, I just want to let you know, you got a chance to be the starter here.
First off, his poise and his ability to just feel comfortable and communicate really well. He has plenty of vision.
Before the final preseason game had been played, Pete Carroll had seen enough. On August 26, 2012, he made a bold decision to name Russell the Seahawks starting quarterback of Week 1 of the regular season. It was a move that sent shockwaves through the NFL, Seahawks fan base, and the Seahawks players. But while Russ's on-field success was undeniable, it was his off-field relationships with teammates that were more complex. Early in his career, he was often seen as overly ambitious, and some perceiving him as more focused on his personal brand than on team dynamics. But let him tell it, it was just his alter ego, Mr.
Be careful though. It's spicy. That dangerous commercial. For all the hate he gets for it, is actually very funny. Like, it's actually hilarious. There's one video. Like, I gotta go on TikTok sources. No, I don't. You know what I mean? So,
Hey, you want to split this Subway sandwich?
yeah.
It is my signature sandwich. It's called Dangerwich, and it's dangerously good. Be careful though. It's spicy.
The pinnacle of his early career came in February 2014 when he led the Seahawks to a dominant victory in Super Bowl 48. The 43-8 blowout against the Denver Broncos was a statement moment for the sophomore quarterback and the Seahawks defense. The Seahawks just won their first Super Bowl in franchise history. It shouldn't be nothing but good vibes, right? However, even in the moment of celebration, controversy lurked. Some within the organization felt Russ received undue credit for the team's success. The Legion of Boom defense and Marshawn Lynch beast mode running style were seen by many as true catalysts of the Seahawks' dominance.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't have a problem at all if the MVP vote had gone to the entire Seattle Seahawks defense.
Marshawn and Richard Sherman had been vocal about their criticism, suggesting that Wilson was protected by the organization and did not always mesh well with the team's culture, which made...
I think it's getting to a point though, like, Sherman's been mad weird about Russ Wilson. He's been mad weird about him for a while now. He's been mad weird about him, especially recently, as of late. Like, he's bugging. He's bugging.
Sinks, because if you think about it, even though Russ is a black man, he is not from the same background as these dudes a part of Legion of Boom or his running back, who are all from the inner cities where they're from. He went to a private school while mom and dad had amazing jobs, and I'm sure he didn't have a worry in the world. Of course, he's not going to relate with going back to the hood to pass out turkeys. Months later, with 26 seconds left in their Super Bowl later that year, with a chance to be back-to-back champs on the line.
Second and goal. Read option. Beast mode!
I actually don't even think throwing it was a bad idea. It's just like, you gotta go somewhere over here. This nigga Daz planted his foot and just stared this nigga down, bro. That's bad. I'm not even seeing this. That's bad, bro. Look at this. He just... You have time. You have so much time, bro. You could... There's so much you could have done, bro. I'm looking here. I'm not gonna lie. If he can float that over, it's only second and goal. They have a timeout, too. Damn. I don't know. I feel like in the moment, now I'm older and I understand football a little bit more. This is bullshit. I can see why everybody was so fucking mad. This is bullshit. This is an excuse me. Especially for who? This is a Jalen Hurts mistake. This is a Jalen Hurts mistake, not Russell Wilson. Especially this Russell Wilson. Year 3? Yeah, no, you shouldn't be doing that. I'm sorry. Like, just say you wanted that Super Bowl with people. That's crazy as fuck. I'd be damn cool.
Pass is intercepted at the goal line. Phenomenal play. They round up the curses on. What the fuck? No.
Why would you throw it? Why would you throw it?
Damn, bro, that could have been back to back.
Russell teammates, especially those on defense, hated that man and Pete Carroll after the loss, except for Beast Mode, who said he went straight up to his head coach and laughed in dude's face.
I hit his ass with the biggest. You laughed in his face? What the?
Many wondered why Wilson just didn't hand off the ball to Beast Mode up the middle. But it's important to know that the decision was made by the coaching staff, and Pete Carroll defended the call, explaining that it was based on the Patriots' defensive formation and the desire to maximize scoring.
Yeah, I actually don't think Marshawn would have got it. But second and goal, one timeout. I think you could have taken a shot. I didn't like that he threw it here. The ball should have gone somewhere over here.
They led the Seahawks to a success, including back-to-back Super Bowl appearances and the franchise's first NFL championship. But their relationship had also had a focal point of controversy. In February 2023, The Athletic reported that Russ had approached the Seahawks ownership the previous year in February of 22, asking for both Carroll and the GM, John Schneider, to be fired. Russ and Carroll had reportedly clashed for multiple seasons over the signal caller's role in the offense, as well as the direction of the franchise. It was also reported that Russ was convinced that those two men was hindering him when it came to winning more Super Bowls and other individual awards. However, trying to save his character in the media, he denied these claims, tweeting, "I love Pete, and he was a father figure to me, and John believed in me and drafted me as well. I never wanted them to be fired. All any of us wanted was to win." But all of that was too late, and the Seahawks were finally done with Russ themselves, and what they did next, no one saw coming.
This clown wants us fired? We try to single-handedly give him a Super Bowl MVP trophy, and that's how he thanks us? What can we get for him?
Breaking news coming into SportsCenter, an absolutely massive deal.
Russell Wilson has been traded to the Denver Broncos.
In a massive package of picks and players that will go back to Seattle in exchange for Russell Wilson.
This move marked the end of an era.
First round pick, not the who's the ninth pick in 2022? Who's the ninth pick? What a waste. What a fucking waste. J-Mo, what a waste, bro. What are you doing? That's embarrassing. Like, look at this shit. I'm sorry. I just saw something. J-Mo has 94 catches in his NFL career. Nah, Golf. We gotta fight, bro. Mr. Golf, we have to fight, bro. Because what are you talking about? What are you doing? But and it was they sold them. They sold them. They sold that shit. I'm looking for a Seahawks. No, that's when they got spooned. Alright, so they made up for it.
He was introduced to the Broncos media with his famous line,
Broncos country, let's ride.
However, beneath the surface of excitement, there was early signs of conflict. Some Bronco players, accustomed to a certain team's culture, were taken by surprise by Wilson's celebrity status and the special treatment he seemed to receive. Reports surfaced of Russ having his own office at the team facility, a perk unheard of for players. And it was said that he had an open door policy and welcomed in any players at any time to discuss plays or football in general. But a few veteran players thought that the separation from the team was an issue, saying, "So are you a coach or a player? Your open door should be you sitting at your locker." No wonder why this dude acts the way he does. He gets a treatment that nobody else gets.
So can we even blame him? Is it really him? What does he say when he sits down with these niggas? Yeah. Because his skin is bone. But he must have the negotiation skills with women. That's why he's flipping his hair by himself. Because wow. They're out here giving this nigga parking spots. Nigga said, "Hey, open your policy. You guys want to talk about football? You guys want to talk about this? Come to my office." Nigga, sit at your locker. What? Yo. Nah, this can't be real, bro. Nah, we ain't do this for this thing. I know we did. We're not part of this video, so here we go. But, nah. Yeah, see what it's do. Know what the comments saying. Never liked Russ. You guys are dick eaters. Lived in Seattle for about 2 years and knew a nurse in Seattle. Love him and hate him. I know for 15 minutes every weekend. That's why I like him. Exactly. He's a nice guy. Super Bowl loss is still my moment for sure. The best I've ever heard of. So I think he's the quarterback in a Disney Channel original movie. I don't know, man. I think he's a good dude. I think he's a good dude that realizes that in order to there's being good at your profession and there's being successful at your profession. In order to be successful in his profession of being a NFL quarterback, you gotta, at least in his mind, you gotta act a certain way, do things a certain way, and you might not agree with it fully. This guy, whether you like him or not, It's a 10-time Pro Bowl. That's Super Bowl champ. That's multiple man of the year. You know, All Pro second team this year. I mean, this guy. This guy. this is one of the guys there. To be honest. Yeah. Excuse me. And to think that people think he's not Hall of Famer, I think he's a Hall of Famer. I think he's a Hall of Famer. There's people that have gone in for a lot less. So, listen. Look at those records. Like, you can say Legion of Boom, all this, but you still gotta go out there and put points up on the board. I'm seeing he led the league in touchdowns. I'm seeing 40 touchdowns right here. 31-5, that's normal. Like, come on. 35-7, like, come on. Like, you can't just sit here and say this nigga trash, bro. You can't just sit here and say that nigga trash, that nigga fake. You heard that nigga was at the Children's Hospital every weekend. I dare a comment to come here and say no. Like, you can think someone act corny or whatever, but like sometimes, bro, it's a respect thing.